Hey guys, looking for new Metroidvania games to play in 2025? Then you've come to the right place. We're starting the video with Earthblade, a 2D action and exploration game being developed by Extremely OK Games, the same creators of the acclaimed Celeste. The game promises an immersive experience in a vibrant, pixelated world full of mysteries. The player takes on the role of Nevoa, an enigmatic child of destiny who returns to Earth after a long absence. The world of Earthblade is a continuous space without loading screens, allowing the player to freely explore its environments. The rich and detailed pixel art creates a charming and lively visual, inviting the player to get lost in its scenery. Following the list, we couldn't miss Hollow Knight Silksong, the highly anticipated sequel to the acclaimed action-adventure game Hollow Knight. The game is being developed by Team Cherry, the same team behind the original, and promises an epic experience in a new realm full of dangers and mysteries. In Silksong, you take on the role of Hornet, the protector princess of Hallownest, who finds herself in a new and vast kingdom dominated by silk and music. Hornet has an arsenal of powerful moves that will allow you to face the challenges of the kingdom. Team Cherry has remained silent about the game's development, but assures that Silksong will be released when it's ready, which according to some rumors would be sometime in 2025. Faunamorph is a 2D action-adventure game with Metroidvania elements that will be released in 2025. The game takes place in an abandoned underground laboratory where you can recombine your own DNA to transform parts of your body into animal limbs. The game focuses on transforming your body into unique animal forms, each with its own abilities and uses. You can use the brute force of a rhinoceros horn to break walls, glide over pits with bird wings, and dig tunnels in the ground with mole claws to navigate the lab. Blade Chimera is a 2D action game in the Metroidvania style, developed by Team Ladybug. The game is scheduled to be released on January 16, 2025 for Nintendo Switch and PC. In it, you take on the role of Shin, a demon hunter who seeks to recover his lost memories, using the luminous sword as his main weapon. The game stands out for its exploration in a desolate world where players will face demons and unravel the truth about Shin's past. The narrative is inspired by occult and cyberpunk themes, which promises an immersive and atmospheric experience. The combination of intense action and deep exploration, typical of Metroidvania games, can attract both new players and veterans of the style. Mandragora is a 2.5D action RPG that combines elements of Metroidvania and Souls-like, with a release date set for April 17, 2025. In Mandragora, you take on the role of an adventurer who enters the dark realm of entropy through tears in the fabric of reality. The goal is to unravel the mysteries of this distorted world and fight the forces that corrupt it. The game features brutal and challenging combat, with a diverse arsenal of epic weapons. You can choose from several classes, each with unique abilities and powers. The customization system allows you to personalize your character, unlocking new upgrades, weapons, armor, and amulets through artisans who join your caravan.
Entropy is within you.
Crowsworn is a platforming and action game in development, inspired by acclaimed titles like Hollow Knight, Bloodborne, and Devil May Cry, promising a unique and engaging experience for players. The game takes place in Firandal, a land plagued by a dark curse that nearly wiped out humanity, leaving the world dominated by evil creatures. The player takes on the role of an unnamed figure, a creature with a white crow mask, red top hat, and cape, who suddenly wakes up inside a coffin, equipped with a scythe and 2 pistols. His mission is to unravel the truth behind the curse that plagues Firandal, facing challenging enemies and exploring a vast interconnected world. Xearz is a 2D action game with platforming and Metroidvania elements that promises to bring a unique experience to players. Unlike other 2D platformers, Xearz allows players to move on different planes, creating a more complex and challenging environment. The game offers a variety of weapons and abilities for players to use, from melee attacks to firearms and special abilities. Xearz has Metroidvania elements, which means players will need to explore the game world to find new items and abilities that will help them progress. MAO, Memories in Orbit, is a platforming game in the Metroidvania genre that is scheduled to be released in 2025. Players take on the role of MIO, an android who explores the vessel, a massive technological ark that has been taken over by rogue machines. The goal is to unravel the secrets of the vessel, enhance MIO's abilities, and save the spaceship and its residents from destruction. Narrative and exploration are central to the experience, allowing players to immerse themselves in an interconnected and decaying world. With its combination of stylized art, engaging gameplay, and an intriguing narrative, MIO Memories in Orbit promises to be an interesting addition to the Metroidvania genre. Eden's Guardian is a game that promises to be an engaging experience for fans of the Metroidvania genre. The game is set in a medieval and fantasy world, where the story of gods and humans intertwines in a conflict-ravaged setting. Eden's Guardian stands out for its hand-drawn pixel art, which brings a nostalgic and visually appealing charm. The medieval and fantasy aesthetic promises to create a rich and immersive atmosphere, ideal for players who appreciate deep narratives and well-constructed worlds. If you are a Metroidvania enthusiast and appreciate a good narrative, Eden's Guardian may be a good addition to your game list. Nevergrave, The Witch and the Curse is an action game that combines elements of Metroidvania and roguelike. In the game, players embark on a journey using a cursed hat that offers magical abilities. Players can possess enemies and use a variety of spells to explore the deeper levels of the game. Additionally, it is possible to collect loot, build new facilities in your village, and strengthen yourself for the next challenges. The game supports up to 4 players in multiplayer mode, which can be a great way to play with friends or family. Mariachi Legends is a platforming and action game set in Mexico, combining Metroidvania elements with a pixelated aesthetic and a brutal fighting style. You take on the role of Pablo Cruz, a Mexican detective who made a deal with death itself. In exchange for supernatural powers, Pablo must find an amulet that can weaken death's power over the realm of the dead and interrupt the Day of the Dead. The game features a fast and responsive combat system that requires timing and precise reflexes. The game features a variety of weapons and sub-weapons that can be used to customize the player's fighting style. The player can also find and equip tarot cards that can increase their abilities, or add unique modifiers to the game. The Eternal Life of Goldman is a platforming and adventure game that promises to take players on an epic journey through a vibrant world full of mysteries. The game stands out for its unique aesthetic, inspired by fairy tales and ancient legends, and for its challenging gameplay. Face challenging enemies in frantic battles and use your skills to overcome complex obstacles. The gameplay promises to be challenging but fair, offering a rewarding experience for players. For those who enjoy games that explore myths and legends, this title certainly deserves attention. Well, that was the video. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and see you next time.